Hello, I am Akshata Kumbar and welcome back to the Daily News Bulletin of Jagran English. Let's begin with the first big story of the day. Protesters took to the streets in several cities across the country on Thursday against the controversial Citizenship Act. However, on Wednesday evening, the police in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka denied permission for the demonstrations in wake of the recent incidents of violence, particularly at the Jamia Millia Islamia University in Delhi. However, the protesters reached the Red Fort in New Delhi in large numbers, defying the prohibitory orders to protest against the Citizenship Act. Piloted by Swaraj Abhiyan and left-back students' body AISA reached the venue where policemen detained the protesters. Yogendra Yadav, Umar Khalid, Sandeep Dikshit were among the leaders detained in New Delhi. In Bengaluru, historian Ramchandra Guha was also detained while protesting against the act. In view of the violence during the protests against the CAA and NRC in last 1 week, the Uttar Pradesh police on Wednesday said no permission has been given for protesters as prohibitory orders under Section 144 are imposed in the entire state. So far, protests have not been allowed in Mumbai, Chennai, Pune, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Kolkata and Bhopal. However, violent protests in Northeast, West Bengal and Delhi have nationwide outrage, majorly among the students. As anti-CAA protests gain momentum on Thursday, the Delhi police wrote to the cell phone operators including Airtel, Jio, MTNL, BSNL and Vodafone Idea to stop all communication services in many parts of the national capital. The areas where the cellular services have been asked to stop include North and Central Delhi. Mandi House, Jamia Nagar, Shaheen Bagh, Seelampur, Zafrabad and Bhavna are other areas where mobile services have been asked to clamp down. According to the police, these areas are the specific zones from where the crowd can swell and reach the epicenter of the protest. The suspension came in the wake of the ongoing protests against the Citizenship Act. However, on Wednesday evening, the police in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka denied permission for the demonstrations in wake of the recent incidents of violence, particularly at Jamia Millia Islamia University in Delhi. The police has imposed Section 144 in the central Delhi area and as a precautionary measure, entry and exit gates of at least 20 Delhi metro stations have been closed. Many opposition leaders taking part in the protest have been detained by the police till now. In a historic vote in the House of Representatives on Wednesday, US President Donald Trump was impeached for abuse of power, setting up a Senate trial on removing him from the office after 3 turbulent years. By a 230 to 197 vote in the Democratic majority House, the 45th US President becomes just the third occupant of the White House in American history to be impeached. Democrats said they had no choice but to formally charge the Republican president, whose impeachment along party lines places an indelible stain on his record while driving a spike ever deeper into the US political divide. Trump will now stand trial in the Senate, where his Republicans hold a solid majority and are expected to exonerate him. The House vote came 4 months after a whistleblower blew open the scandal of Trump pressuring Ukrainian president to investigate his potential White House challenger in 2020, the veteran Democrat Joe Biden. After a marathon of 10 hours of debate, lawmakers were to vote quickly on the second article of impeachment facing Trump for obstructing the congressional probe into his Ukrainian dealings by blocking the testimony of subpoenaed White House aides. Despite testimony from 17 officials that Trump leveraged his office for domestic political gain, the president maintained his innocence throughout the impeachment inquiry, furiously denouncing it as a witch hunt, an attempted coup, and on Wednesday as an assault on America. With this, I conclude the Daily News Bulletin for today. We will be back tomorrow with more big stories of the day. You can log on to english.jagran.com to catch all the developments of the day. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Thank you. Goodbye.